Welcome to this training about exams from home for exam administrators. Everything in this training and more is available in the exam administration information posted on certiport.com/EFH. That is EFH for exams from home. On the main page for exams from home, at the end of the first section, there's a link for exam administration that has additional information for you. See the link for test candidates as well. You and your candidates should review that information. To schedule an exams from home session, follow the prompts on the certiport.com/EFH webpage. Step 4 on the main page is all about scheduling. If you are in North America, log in at certiport.com as a proctor, organization member, or organization administrator. Choose Schedule Exam and follow the directions listed there. We add calendar availability a little more than a month in advance. Okay, so you know how to make an appointment. Now let's talk about the technical requirements. They are similar for both exam administrators and test candidates. You and your candidates will need a modern web browser on an updated computer. We recommend Chrome on Windows 10, a recent version of Mac OS X, or an updated Chromebook. Your candidates will take the exam through a web browser, and you will monitor your candidates' progress in your own web browser. Because you'll be using virtual machines or computers that work in the cloud, neither you nor your candidates need to have any special software installed. You don't need Compass or any software from Microsoft, Adobe, or Autodesk. Everything is already on the virtual machine for you and your candidates. All you need on your computer is a web browser. Because you'll be observing and interacting with candidates, we recommend a keyboard and a mouse. And you will also want an internet connection of at least 10 megabits per second as the exam administrator. Your test candidates will want at least 5 megabits per second. If you're using video during your session, you will want additional bandwidth available. Okay, so we've talked about the information available. Now let's get into the details for managing your session. You are already doing the first step, reviewing the website, reading the guides, watching the videos. Remember that the information in this training is a summary and that more detailed information is available at certiport.com/EFH. You should send your test candidates to that site to read the test candidate guide as well. The morning before your scheduled exam session, you should receive an email from Certiport with links, one for you as the exam administrator and one for each of your test candidates. Send the candidate links and the other information your candidates will need: the scheduled time, the link to the exam session, details about your identity and verification procedure, their login information. Direct them to make an account at certiport.com if they haven't already. If they do have one, go log in and make sure it works. If they should input an exam group ID, their payment method, the name of the exam, and links to the test candidate resources on certiport.com/EFH. If any of this sounds foreign to you, it will definitely be foreign to your test candidates. Ask other members of your organization for guidance if you aren't sure how to proceed. In that email from Certiport, you may receive more links than you requested. That's not a problem. You're welcome to use all the links that you receive if you can. If you have not received your links 12 hours before your scheduled session, send an email to examsfromhome@pearson.com. If you are in North America and have any other technical difficulty, there's a link in the email to chat with tech support. Using the chat option will be the quickest way to get support. We recommend that you begin the verification process with your candidates to confirm their identity and environment at least 15 minutes before your scheduled exam session. As the proctor, you are responsible to verify each candidate's identity and environment. How you do that is up to the requirements set by your test center. If you want more guidance about how to verify candidates, see the exam administrator page on certiport.com/EFH. 5 minutes before your scheduled exam session, click the exam administrator link that you received from Certiport. If you click the link too early, you will get a message that your link is invalid. Check that you have your time zone correct, or wait until your scheduled time and refresh your browser, or click on the link again. If it is the correct time and is still not working, reach out to Certiport for assistance. Your candidates will see a similar message if they click on their links before you have logged into the exam administrator tool. They just need to wait until you have logged in, then follow the on-screen prompts to refresh. When you click on the link at the right time, it will bring you to a login screen. You should use the same credentials that you would use to proctor exams in your testing center. You can check that your credentials are right beforehand by logging in at certiport.com and accessing your proctor role. If you don't have a proctor role, you won't be able to administer exams. Once you've accepted the proctor agreement at certiport.com, reach out to one of your organization administrators to get added as a proctor to your test center. After you have logged in, input your chat display name. Choose your test center from the drop-down menu and select Start Machines. If you do not see your test center listed, you are not associated as a proctor. You can reach out to your organization administrator or Certiport for help. If you are associated as a proctor to more than one test center, you will have the option to use a single center or multiple test centers. Select which one applies for your session. After you click Start Machines, you'll be taken to what is essentially a really tall web page that shows all of your candidate machines. As your test candidates access the links that you sent them, you will see them join the virtual machines. You will get a chat notification once they access their link. After they log into Compass, it will update to display their name. At this time, if you see that some candidates still have not joined the session, contact them to urge them to do so. If you have candidates that join the session more than 15 minutes late, you should reschedule them to allow for them to have the full time needed to complete their exam. When the candidates arrive at the verification screen, verify that they have selected the correct exam, payment type, and exam group if applicable. You will also want to make sure that they do not have accommodations. Mark the checkbox to confirm that you have verified the candidate identity and environment, then log in with your proctor credentials and unlock the exam. If your candidate does have accommodations, you will need to schedule a session with a longer time limit. See more information at certiport.com/EFH. When candidates are taking the exam, be careful that your cursor does not pass over the virtual machine screens. You can click the links above each candidate machine to jump to a specific computer, click on the chat notifications if they have typed something, or scroll up and down through the screens. If you are working with Autodesk certified user candidates, you will see a taskbar on the right-hand side of the screen that candidates can use to navigate between the exam in Compass and the Autodesk software. When all of your candidates have finished, you can click on your profile name in the top right of the exam administrator page and choose to log out. You can access all of your regular reporting about candidate performance through certiport.com. Please note that it may take longer than normal for the results to be uploaded. Okay, that is the ideal process and what should happen for the majority of your sessions. Now let's get into some of the technical problems you may run into and how you can resolve them or get help. If you or your candidates lose access to the exam session, you or your candidates can refresh the browser or click on the link again. If you have a prolonged internet outage, are unable to get back into the exam session, or are experiencing some other technical difficulty, contact Certiport for help. Occasionally, your exam administrator page may time out, the individual candidate machines may time out, or you may see that your chat messages are no longer being sent. But you can quickly get back in and help them pick up where they left off. You can refresh your exam administrator page, as well as the individual candidate machines and the chat module. Certiport can guide you through that process if you reach out to technical support. If your test candidates have other problems, they will contact you, the instructor, for help. If you are unable to address the problem, the Certiport support team is available to help. If you or your candidates have additional questions, the Exams from Home guide for exam administrators and test candidates at certiport.com/EFH includes additional information that you may want to reference. There are details about determining your internet connection speed, a mock-up of the virtual environment that you can use to become more comfortable, a more detailed description of the exam process, frequently asked questions, and these instructions in a detailed PDF. Thank you for your time. Good luck to you and your candidates.